Motorcycle for you? Would you have?
Yeah, are you gonna get a motorcycle?
I'm absolutely not. And
Vespa?
it's not because of me. It's because you guys are fucking nuts. You think you're driving around on a two-wheeled thing with no walls and shit with these fucking idiots around here? The reason why I'm in business is because nobody can fucking drive. Like a regular driver's license shouldn't just be handed out. It should be like a pilot's license. Like it should be intense, rigorous testing that needs to be done to be able to have a driver's license, because they just give it to everybody and they are fucking terrible.
Hey. Welcome to Motherfunkler. Greetings to all our fellow Funklers. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Please share our link with your friends and family. Send us your reviews, comments, and questions. They are greatly appreciated. T-Bone reporting live from Atomic Barber Company in Hannibal Square, Winter Park, Florida.
T-Bone.
The Sedule of Nicholas is here.
Mm-hmm.
And Pragasen is here. Ramia. God damn it.
Ramulak. Romulak.
One day. How long have we been friends?
5 years.
Ramaya.
Oh, man.
Let's see. The Wizard of Ed joins us today. Like always. Thanks to the Wizard of Ed. And the Intuitive Muse is here. Let's see.
Wizard of Ed came straight in from Miami to do this. So
Amy.
He's the man. He needs another beer. And as soon as he sits down, we can do our shot.
3.5 hours of drive time. I mean, that's pretty
fucking
that's
blows.
pretty fast. But I tell you what, I've been saying to the Wizard, and I know that he likes driving, that the winning formula to get down to Miami and back up again is a Brightline.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness,
so good. Dude.
But it's 5 hours. You know, I wish they had made a faster train that can be, you know, about the same as the drive time. But it still is.
I thought it was 3.5 hours.
It is 3.5 hours. I don't know what the
5
fuck
hours.
you're talking about.
It's not 5 hours? Is it
No.
3.5?
If
Okay.
there's a delay, yeah, if they kill someone.
I mean, I thought when you said originally 5, I thought you were counting. So you do have to drive to the airport. You have to park at the airport. You have to walk to the Brightline. You have to get on the Brightline. So when you add all that shit together,
Yeah,
it
How much
probably
does it
is.
cost?
Well,
$250?
No, you can do the fucking
The poor man?
normal poor people stuff for like $60.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Can
do
you get
that,
up and
of
walk
course.
around and go to the beer cart?
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
if you get the poor man ticket,
you pay for the beers if you're in the poor man ticket. You get it for free if you're in the first class.
what's first class cost?
Like $180 for the trip.
Well, let me just say that the
worth
ticket
every
price
fucking
in
penny.
Premier varies.
Ramia?
Premier.
Oh.
Premier.
Premier.
They don't refer to it as first class.
Yeah, they call it Premier.
They call it Premier. But the ticket price, so I paid a lot less, and it was because you can actually time it. You can
get a deal.
You can book it like a day ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and you can pick the time. So when I'm going for the weekend, I don't mind leaving at midday or at 3 in the afternoon. So the prices varied, and I ended up paying like $95 one way.
Is the booze, if you pay the Premier, is the booze at the lobby included, or is that a separate
Yeah,
bill?
the lounge, it's included. Everything. You have access
That's
to the
also
lounge.
worth it because
Yeah.
the little lounge is not anything special, but it's way nicer than sitting out there with the fucking nose pickers.
Yeah. No,
Can
it
you
is.
get shots of wheatgrass and mocktails?
You can get mocktails. They do have interesting non-alcoholic beverages at the lounge.
I actually haven't seen wheatgrass in a very long time.
Me neither.
It used to be really popular, but
It was like a big deal at the time. I've drank it before.
Yeah, it's not bad. It tastes
it's
like
not bad.
cut grass.
I take Metamucil. It tastes the same shit.
Speaking of wheatgrass, I think
Speaking
I've
of
seen
wheatgrass.
the end of the world. I saw on the way here today, I saw a guy driving a modified Vespa and he modified it into a trike.
I've seen that guy.
Dang. That's the goofiest fucking shit I have ever seen in my life.
Different strokes for different folks, bro.
Oh, take your trike Vespa and fucking blow, man.
To each his own with provolone, man.
He's on his way. He's going a top speed of 15 miles per hour to grab some wheatgrass.
Yeah, I've seen that guy around. I made the example. I don't know. We were talking about it, and I was actually writing down at the time something I wanted to talk about on the podcast, which is just more experiences of just people and their nightmare fucking children. And I'm like talking to Linda, and I saw that guy drive by And I go, these people are living this nightmare with these stupid kids, and they're probably going to grow up to be just like that guy. And she turned and saw the guy on the Vespa, and she started dying laughing.
I'm so happy it wasn't a figment of my imagination.
No,
you know?
I saw that guy. It fucking looks like I mean, I agree. He looks like the kind of guy who's going to get some wheatgrass. So,
Do you really have to wear a helmet if you're going 15 miles per hour?
I mean, he's got a lot of brains he needs to protect.
Is it the law to wear a helmet?
No.
No.
You don't have to wear a helmet at all.
If you're a passenger or a driver?
Nope.
No?
Motorcycles, they just kind of let you do your thing.
Okay.
And you don't, and as you know, they don't require PIP for motorcycles. So
They don't require what?
personal injury
injury,
protection, insurance coverage. So if you're on, most of the time when I get a call on somebody who's on a motorcycle and they get hit or fucking died, which is usually what happens when you're in a car, when you're in an accident on a motorcycle, you usually die.
Or lose a limb.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a lot of calls of deaths, and there's like no insurance because you don't have to get it. If you don't have to get it, nobody gets it. So, yeah, that's a fucking downer. We're a morning show around here.
Would you guys, knowing that you live so close to work, would you ever think of getting a Vespa?
It rains too much.
Fuck no.
No?
No,
Have you ever
absolutely
owned a
not.
motorcycle?
No, I want a motorcycle, but I don't want a motorcycle.
You want, but you don't.
Right. I want one. The idea sounds cool with the way that I
The way you drive.
live my life.
No, I don't think you should get one.
I think that Amanda would be a widower pretty
She'd be
quickly.
a widow. A widower is a man.
Oh.
So, yeah, a woman's a widow. Widower is a man.
What, shouldn't it be more like witch and warlock? Shouldn't the man be a little bit more heavy duty than
Well, no, it's because the word widow it was a derogatory term. Like you were kind of cast out of the society if you're a widow.
like a black widow?
And if a
you
woman
killed your hu-
died,
because you
nobody
killed your
gave a shit.
husband.
So the widower came later. They just added the ER to widow when they had to describe a man when his wife died when it actually mattered, which was not early in history. So,
Motorcycle for you? Would you ever?
Yeah, are you gonna get a
fuck,
motorcycle?
I'm absolutely not. And
Vespa?
it's not because of me. It's because you guys are fucking nuts. You think you're driving around on a two-wheeled thing with no walls and shit with these fucking idiots around here? The reason why I'm in business is because nobody can fucking drive. Like a regular driver's license shouldn't just be handed out. It should be like a pilot's license. Like it should be intense, rigorous testing that needs to be done to be able to have a driver's license. Because they just give it to everybody and they are fucking terrible. But, you know.
So when I was in high school,
Did you have one?
no, but I did think that
he had one of those bicycles
no,
that
my
had
dad.
the two wheels
yeah,
in the back and
my
the
dad
basket.
would never buy one of those for me. So he was the local physician, you know, and you know he was like Nick. He saw you know all the injuries, and but the only reason why I wanted to have one, other than the fact that I did ride a motorcycle, and I think it's the coolest thing on earth to do. I really do think to be out there on the road, you know, being able to turn that throttle with your hand, it is just the coolest thing. Also, at our school, some of the coolest guys used to have a motorcycle. You know, so when they came in the morning, and if you kind of hanging around, you see these guys coming in the morning, it was pretty cool. And I wanted to be a cool guy. You know, I wasn't always a cool guy. So, hey, you know, I thought a motorcycle would do it for me, but my dad was not going to have any of that. So that was never going to happen. But I would, it's one of those I always wanted to, but never did. And now that I can afford it, I would love to have one, but I won't.
I mean, I think the idea of like a matte colored black motorcycle is fucking rad. Like, I do think that
if you could own any motorcycle, let's say it's safe and you can have a motorcycle of your choice, what would you have? I think so. I would certainly not ride a Harley Davidson. For me, it would be a Ducati. That's the kind of motorcycle. If I ever dreamt
you
of
think
one,
that's cool?
Hey?
You think that's cool?
That's a dream for me. If I was gonna buy one,
It's a pretty fast motorcycle.
it is fast. It's sexy. It's Italian. It's what I would love to have. In my dream. Not that I'm ever gonna buy one. If I was gonna buy one, though, I must tell you, I'd buy a Vespa, and I have thought about that.
Oh, Vespa, huh? I mean, I don't mind the idea of a Vespa. I think Vespas look cool. I think they're
cool.
rad. Like I'd get a vintage
It's also
one.
very Italian.
But I do think
very
it's
European.
kind of the signal that Trevor was making. Also, I think I'd like a vintage, like the old style Harley or Indian that is not like a big.
Yes.
It's like a slim motorcycle, but it's not a crotch rocket.
I see you in like a cafe racer.
What's that?
It's a retro bike. You wear a specific helmet with your cafe racer. The idea was that you're...
Is that the one of the sidecar?
No.
Dude, yes. Like what I'm
The
thinking
i-
is
the-
Indiana Jones,
the
the Last
idea-
Crusade when he busts
Yeah.
through. That's what I'd want.
The idea, are you looking up cafe racer?
I am looking up
The
cafe
idea
racer.
is that they would race from cafe to cafe, and I think it was a
Tri-
European thing.
Look up
Oh, dude,
Triumph
you're
motorcycles.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, I see you in a cafe racer.
That fucker right there
Yeah.
would be
I want a
exactly what I'd want.
I want a
I
hardtail.
wonder how much that is.
I want a hardtail rat bobber.
A
Okay.
hardtail
Are you?
rat
Gonna, yeah.
So that's with the big tires? Is that
I'll
what
look
it
this
is?
up later
No?
because I might buy this fucking thing. That thing looks rad.
No, rat rods and rat bikes are.
What's it called again?
A hardtail rat bobber.
Hardtail rat bobber.
They are typically custom. Like every piece on it is, and usually it's junk. You go find all
that
the
does
pieces.
look like you.
Yeah.
You see it?
So, and it's crudely welded together. You mix and match the tires and the different. There's different sizes. Every one's unique.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Jaegers all around.
That does seem like it would be you, Trev. It really does.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at it. It does look like your style. I
So,
think
what about one day when we go on the road, like, when we do a show out in Kansas or something?
We'll all show up on our different
all
bikes.
show up on the bike of our choice
Yeah.
I like it.
for a day.
I'll take my
somewhere
Celica, though,
safe
bro.
where there's not many cars.
The fucking weather.
Do we need a
turn.
license? Do you need a license to,
Oh, yeah.
to
Yes.
rent one of those?
Anything over 500, I think it's 500 cc.
So you need a motorcycle
You
license.
don't need one for a Vespa, right?
Vespa is small enough. You do not need a.
Yeah.
So we could just rent Vespas.
What's the law on these fucking crazy kids that are without a doubt not driver's license age riding these
electronic bikes.
extremely fast?
So they actually recently
and
amended that rule.
they kind of look like little mini dirt bikes.
Yeah. They recently amended that rule, so it was cubic centimeter. It used to be 500 cubic centimeter, I think, which is a combustion engine size. Obviously, with an electronic engine, there's not a size of the engine block. It's just an electric motor. So they changed it to a number of volts. Off the top of my head, I think it's 450, but I could be totally wrong about that. There is a volt maximum now, where as long as the bike that you're riding is lower than that amount of volts, you do not need an additional license. I actually picked up one of those cases, and I'm going to find out how it's going to shake down. Right now, I have a minor from Winter Springs who I went to school with his mom, and she called me to handle it, and I'm like doing all the research to find out if
Can you say, did he get busted speeding? Did he get busted in a roadway? Did he get hurt?
I can tell you like most of it. So he was with somebody else who was on a four-wheeler, and they were in Tuscola Park, and this is according to my client, the four-wheeler was doing wheelies, and cops saw him, pulled them both over, separated them for whatever reason, decided not to give the four-wheeler guy any tickets, and gave my client ticket for so if you're a minor, you do have to wear a helmet, by the way, on a bicycle. On a regular bicycle, it's the law that you have to wear a helmet if you're a minor. So they got him for no helmet.
What are you serving time for?
I mean, this is not a crime. This is a fucking infraction. But
You know those tags on the mattress?
Yeah.
Well, I ripped one off.
I got a real bad temper. Well, I took a knife and I, I cut one of them off. Oh, so it's a good show when we're quoting fucking Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
my favorite shit to do.
I have ditched streaming platform shit. I'm going back through old movies.
Yeah.
I looked up. I was cooking in the kitchen at 3 a.m. and it was like it's movie day. Started to watch Young Guns, which led into Young Guns 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then opened IMDb to see what Emilio's up to. Young Guns 3, baby.
I know.
That's gonna be fucking. And the plot has been kept secret.
I'm glad because it's gonna be. I don't know how they're gonna like incorporate it because at the end of Young Guns 2, spoiler alert, everybody, to a 40-year-old movie, but he fakes his own death and goes into hiding as Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
And they find like the whole reason for the second movie is they're interviewing this old guy who's clearly
It's got to be
Emilio.
just adventures of in between.
I think they're going to put him in the old man makeup from the end of the second movie, and it's going to be like he goes on one last ride as this old decrepit fucking old man.
I thought you were gonna say Benjamin Buttons it.
Oh no. I don't think they'll introduce any methods of science fiction.
Christian Slater's back.
Mm-hmm.
River Phoenix is back. Not River Phoenix.
River Phoenix
the other
being
guy?
back would be very fucking
What's
weird,
the other guy?
bro.
Who's the guy who played La Bamba?
Cuba, Vega, Lou Diamond
Phillips.
Lou Diamond
is back.
Phillips. Yeah. Lou Diamond Phillips.
They were he and River Phoenix were around the same era and were buds or something, right?
I mean, River Phoenix was like the Kurt Cobain of fucking being an actor. He was like rose to prominence like a meteorite and just fucking burn out when he basically killed. He didn't pull a gun and kill himself. He died of an overdose. But that was what I always got was that he was kind of separate. He was always fucked up on drugs, and he was just kind of deferred to as a genius. His brother's Joaquin, with the cleft palate, but Joaquin's done a pretty good fucking job for himself too, man.
Absolutely.
He's got a couple. Did you see The Master?
The Master.
With it was one of
Was it a ship
Philip
movie?
Seymour Hoffman's last role.
Is it a boat movie?
No.
No.
It's this.
But it's
Oh,
streaming
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Seymour Hoffman
He's
and
making
Amy Adams.
He makes like cocktails of booze and drugs in it
Oh yeah, because he's like a cult leader kind of.
Yeah.
But they don't ever face that off. They just show the diverging paths, and Joaquin Phoenix is excellent in that movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't think River Phoenix is coming back.
No,
for
I
any
got
roles.
old Lou Diamond mixed up there.
Lou Diamond.
Did you see the size of that chicken?
Lou Diamond. Oh man, well that's pretty fucking rad.
So speaking of what bikes would you ride, I sent you guys a short post the other day on what would your alter ego be, and after I sent you the post, I read an article. It was a entrepreneur success kind of thing. The guy was suggesting that you should imagine your alter ego and then spend every second attempting to transform into that.
Okay.
So are you living your alter ego right now, or do you have something in your mind that would be different, and are you striving to become that?
I have an alter ego. Orlando Trivia Nick is not the same as regular fucking Nick walking around. Definitely not the same as lawyer Nick.
Different than podcast
Orlando
Nick?
Trivia Nick. Well, this is kind of Orlando
Yeah,
Trivia
I think
Nick.
this is Orlando Trivia.
So he's like a much funner guy than I am. He's a lot sharper. He's a lot more in tune to what's going on socially. He cares about that kind of thing.
And you don't care.
I mean, I don't. I'm just kind of an amalgam of both of them. Like it's either, and that's why I've always had two speeds anyway. It's either three speeds, I guess. Work, party time, or sleepy time. Those are the three speeds that I really have. So party time is Orlando Trivia Nick. Work is the lawyer Nick, who's a miserable fucking cocksucker. I mean, that's why I'm good at what I do, but it just miserable. So you've got those three different people, and so I mean, I think I do incorporate that already. I think I do strive to make those two be better, and I try to encapsulate that. What about you?
Yeah, I'm figuring that out right now, which is why I was diving into that. Why I bumped into the picture and then the article.
I totally agreed with you. I mean, that's what I did with the, like, Trivia Persona. Is I listened to a lot of talk radio back then. I watched comedians. I watched people who live host, and I just emulated them and tried to create like a persona of being up there and being an extrovert. I'm not an extrovert at all times. There's a lot of times where I'm like, I want to sit at a bar and have a drink and nobody fucking talk to me, leave me alone. Like, I'm not the guy trying to, when you're on a cruise, I'm not the guy with my wife trying to like meet another group to hang out with. Like that's not me at all. That's a persona that I create. So when you did it, I totally agree with you. I'm just interested when you sent us that link to read. I was totally interested in that. I feel like I do it, but I am interested to see what you or PR do. Like,
yeah, I'm reinventing constantly, but more specifically now.
Yeah.
After shedding some things from the last few years, and I'm imagining or I'm creating right now.
Yeah.
I want to be who I naturally am, but then accomplish some shit. And if I am who I naturally am, I don't think I would accomplish anything. Having to deal with like other people, I think you still have to put a character on and to kind of get what you want.
Yeah, I totally. What about you, PR? Do you actively create some sort of persona, try to hold yourself out? And is there a different PR or
I'm thinking about it. I for some reason didn't see your texts, so I apologize, Trevor.
It's on the gram, and I don't think you really check in on the gram.
No, yeah, you don't check shit.
No, I don't check the gram. I have to
Way to go,
constantly apologize to the intuitive muse because she communicates sometimes.
Thanks for being such an active member of the podcast, PR.
But when I think of an alter ego, it's something that you're trying to, or you're deliberately trying to create that is different from yourself, right? So you basically are saying, this is how I would like to position or portray myself. And I think it's, I really need to really reflect on that because I would like to have an alternate type of personality. There are things that I do that I would like to do it differently. I would like to be able to, my alter ego would be the opposite of Nick. It'll be, calling people out when I see something that irritates me, for example. That would be more my alter ego. My initial reaction to something would be to ignore it and just to move on. So I think there's a number of characteristics that I have that irritate me, that I would like to be different. And I think, so would that be right? An alter ego is something that you're deliberately trying to distinguish from your existing ego. This is who you think you are and how you represent yourself out to others. And you want to create another persona which is distinctly different, which kind of is ideal in a situation.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is that you are visualizing who you want to be, and you're creating the article. You said you want to reflect. It would be great if we had methods of communicating with each other, so we could give each other possible topics that you could reflect on before getting to the show, like
Instagram.
But either way, so. What the article was getting at was, like, for example, it shows Batman and that he created alter ego, which then makes his regular Bruce Wayne a better person as living through that alter ego. So what he's saying is you're creating like a shield, like an alter ego that you strive to be, which then this alter ego is not exactly who you are, but it's, rising tide rises all ships. So if that alter ego is getting better, you are acting as that alter ego. You are, by course, getting better as well.
Do you think it's a good thing to have an alter ego? Or is it?
When you say alter ego, I'm not wearing a mask and going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it another mask?
It could be both. Some people could use it in a
literal mask. I'm not wearing.
Some people could use it in a very malicious, negative way. But I think for the most part, most human beings are trying to be good.
Dude, when I come home on Wednesdays, like this last Wednesday was at regular work, was a fucking nightmare. Like, I was miserable at about 4:00. I had to live through a mediation with this piece of garbage defense attorney that I'm just sitting there listening, and just it's so embarrassing dealing with a lawyer who's such a fucking scumbag that I sit there and question like what I'm doing as my career. Like, this is my who I am. What I'm leaving behind is work with fucking pieces of garbage like this guy. And I get home and I turn on like certain music and I'm fucking shaking it, and I'm like trying to get into Orlando trivia, Nick, because if I go to trivia, and where other people, by the way, are trying to forget about the bullshit that they're fucking living with, they're coming to trivia to enjoy themselves in the middle of the week.
They're wanting to be entertained, so you're going to have to entertain them.
But do they want to see somebody who's like fucking miserable from the day of work? No, I need to be into that zone where nothing else fucking matters, and I'm kind of a different guy.
Yeah.
So to that, I mean,
It is I
a
must
tool.
say, whenever I come to the, and I don't do it very often, but I'd say maybe once a month or once in 6 weeks, you do create an aura of fun and entertainment. And I guess that if you come into a kind of fiddlers on a Wednesday, being being a rat ass, the energy level's very low. I think you'd see the next week your audience dropping significantly.
And that's what I'm relating to what Trevor said, and what I think our listeners could relate to is find a way to section off a little bit of time. I'm not saying create schisms in your personality. I'm not saying do it to the detriment of relationships, but it really is freeing to have a period of time where nothing else fucking matters. Like, this is what I'm focused on, is hosting trivia and having fun. Everything else gets shoved to the side. And although those problems aren't going away, it's 2 hours of therapy where I feel fucking refreshed after doing it. So I recommend anybody, whether it's, going to a happy hour, or for those who don't drink, going to the gym, being part of a running class, being part of a improv class, like whatever it is, where you have something where you can be like, this phone doesn't fucking matter. Whatever the hell I've been going through all day doesn't matter. For the next 2 hours, this is fucking
And
all
you gotta turn it on.
Yeah.
And turn it up.
Yeah, and you got to turn it up. You have to actually.
So
try.
what about that alter ego
I think it's
becoming Nick,
therapeutic.
I love it. Fucking love it.
permanently Nick?
It has a lot more than when I start. Like, I am a different person in that way than when I started trivia. Now that was fucking.
So you're more and more
16 years
becoming
ago.
your alter ego,
But-
rather than the Nick 1.0.
And that's the point. That's what he's saying, is that if you hit the article he had said that you end up a little bit more healthy by creating this alter ego and striving to be like that, because although you're never going to be perfect, I mean, shit on the movies is on the movies for a reason. It's not feasible. It's not real life. But you keep working towards it, little incremental changes that take you in a way that you want to go will happen.
I read a Musk quote today that is applicable. Something like, come up with your 10-year plan and try to do it in 6 months, and you'll probably miserably fail.
Yeah.
But you'll be a hell of a lot farther along than if you didn't even attempt to do it.
That's true.
And so I don't want this outrageous alter ego that is something that I turn on and is completely different. I'm actually making changes to who I want to be. So and I'm trying to think of the example. I was at a counter ordering something.
Was it the butcher?
Yeah, it was.
See?
And I'm just being vulnerable and transparent. I went straight up. Butcher knew, made eye contact with me. He goes, the usual, and I go, yeah. And I actually turned. I realized that I was doing this subconscious. I turned to the person next to me to I was seeking some sort of validity. And I was like, why the fuck would it, that's the dumbest thing I've ever done is to like egotistically flex because I have an in at the butcher.
Oh, I see.
So I turned to be like, look at me kind of deal.
We
And
know each other, yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, I never want to do that again. My alter ego would never do that. I don't want validity from anybody. And I made this note to start to unravel how many times I do it. I don't even realize it.
God, that's fantastic.
I want to make that subtle shift. And then, not even with just validity. There's a million other idiosyncrasies that I could potentially just tweak and be like, do I really want to look at anybody else?
So powerful. I think that's fucking great.
But I'd say that from your personality and the 5 years that I know you, you are not one to signal, because that's called, so status signaling is a thing, or virtue signaling is a thing that people do to try to be somebody that is seen in the community.
Leave it to PR
to be a player.
Take your vulnerability thing you're talking about and fucking translate it into
to
some
dice this
self-help
up
shit.
even more. Abnormal situation. The guy next to me that I did turn to was potentially he was a gym rat. And I think it was
Oh,
more
shit,
along
really?
the lines of
The guy that was next to you?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it was more along the lines of a alpha.
Right. So you were trying to
kinda-
say, hey, listen, I got this.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I was like, yeah, I don't, but after
Yeah.
it happened, I was
But
like,
it's
what
very
the-
unusual
what
because
the
I've not
fuck am I
known you to
doing,
do that.
man?
Because normally, if I know you in a particular situation that you're even well established in, you've never done anything. That's why I think that it's not really something you would need to, in my opinion, massage, because it's not really what you normally do.
What makes me cringe is in one of my favorite movies, Whiplash. Have you guys seen it? Fantastic movie. The teacher says at some point the worst thing you can say to somebody is "good job," and I've been studying that, and I think that is a fucking like even anything in and around the phrase "good job"
I totally disagree
is
with that.
horrible
100%.
to say to anybody.
As the employer of, I have several employees that my fucking company depends on. I think it's extremely important to tell people they're doing a good job. I can't.
Let's go into this then, because I think
most lawyers, what they do is they throw books at people, they fucking yell at people, they tell them that they're worthless, and they fucking quit, go to a different law firm. Positive reinforcement,
if somebody
over and over is shown to work.
If somebody that works for me does an outstanding job, I'll be like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. I think that the idea, at least in the movie, is good job is a bullshit pat on the back.
So-
and it's you shouldn't.
You know, the
you
point
shouldn't
of that
bullshit.
entire movie is that his mentorship style is completely fucked up and sadistic and not good.
Yeah.
That's the point of the film. So what you're saying is that you took from a movie that the theme was
I don't think
his
it's
mentorship
I think
terrible.
I think that it explains a lot of success stories for extraordinary people.
The point of that movie is that his terrible mentorship style led to an increase in ability, but that the downside of that mentorship style makes it not worth it.
Yeah.
That's the point of the movie. So, yes, if you stood over somebody with a whip and fucking make them learn how to garden better, they're going to be the best gardener in the world. But now you've whipped somebody into fucking doing it. That's not a positive experience.
I see it as collaboration. That
by not giving positive reinforcement, that's
Right.
collaboration.
right, positive reinforcement is condescending, and in any kind of creative push into extraordinary, it takes a couple of people, at least a couple of people, if not a team, of nobody saying good job and everybody meeting in an equal space of like superstardom.
Yeah.
And so
I'm not
the,
taking this to a place of
at the-
everybody gets an award.
at the end of that
That's
movie,
not what I'm doing.
at the end of the movie, the drummer finally realizes his worth and meets the guy on his level, and they have a true symbiotic relationship in this next level realm. And it took challenging somebody else to reach this extraordinary space. And I think by saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, you guys did a good job today," it's really that's a super bullshit, fluffy line.
I don't think you
to
have
just
to-
make stupid people
That's my
feel
point.
better.
I'm not going to a place of we need to be giving out consolation ribbons to everybody and it needs to be all happy all the time. What I'm saying is that when somebody does something well, saying good job is not condescending. Positive reinforcement for a job well done is not condescending. It shouldn't have to be top 1% tile of fucking work before they get positive reinforcement, because I think you'd find that you're not going to have very many employees because
Yeah.
people
So I think
work differently.
What Nick is saying, and I have to agree with Nick 100%.
I know you would, because it's some positivity
No,
compared to what he's talking about.
No, it's not about that. It's about different people need different levels of motivation. That's really the issue. You need a level of motivation for you to do what you do, right? And I need my own motivation, right? And so do people that come to the office every day. They need different levels of motivation.
I guess
if they have an asshole coming to the office every day, they're not going to want to come to the office.
Well, I guess my argument though is
So all we're saying is that
we're making people more complacent by saying good job
yeah.
instead of people rising
So
to
I'm saying that each person is different, right? We're all very different.
Yes.
We are not a generic person, right? So you have 5 or 6 barbers here. Every one of them has different shit to deal with every day, and they're not telling you what it is, right? Now, if you come in and be an ass, right, it's a trigger for different people on different days of the week. All that I'm doing is I'm saying that when they come into my office environment, it needs to be a pleasant environment where I'm not going to be the ass in the office, right? So that's rule number 1 for me as the boss. But then number 2...
Have you ever tried to be an ass?
Oh, yeah, many times, right?
He's been an asshole on this fucking
Yeah.
show before.
So
when he talks about his kids, he's fucking
sometimes, in order to get people motivated to get their shit done, you have to be an ass.
Yeah.
Right? But the final outcome is that work needs to be done, and we need to create an environment that motivates people to bring their best self to the office and to do their best work. Now, sometimes it may mean saying something like job well done or good job. I don't like that. That to me is demeaning, and I don't like people telling me that.
I don't like
Right?
awards and shit either.
So, exactly. So that would be me, though.
But
right?
some people are like that.
However, there are others. Yes, exactly. There are others that like to get a reward or a hey, how's it? And there are some people that like you to say, for example, how's your husband doing? I believe he's in hospital, or whatever it is. That's motivating enough. So you as the boss need to be so in tune with all your people to understand, like Nick may say, his staff coming to his trivia is motivating enough, right? Sometimes knowing that their husband needs to come there, and sometimes knowing that their husbands don't need to. So in order to be able to manage a team, you need to understand that not everyone is, hey, good job, high five. That is not, I don't think there's a generic, this is the best way to do it. But I do believe that different people, and I know, Trevor, you're one of those, don't send me an email or a congratulations, good job. But you don't need that, right? I'm the same. I don't need that. But I do
also
know,
have to compensate for who I am, because
Yes.
when I'm working, I'm a fucking asshole. Like, they hear me on the phone threatening people's fucking, like, I'm like, I will come to your fucking office, right? Like, that's who I am while I'm at work.
I know. And that's,
I need to be like, from time to time, I need to break the facade and
Yes,
just be
not
like,
everyone
listen,
in
I want
my
you guys
office-
to know you're
Yes.
doing a good job.
not everyone in my office needs to be a Nick Sadul.
Yeah.
Needs to be an ass.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all you're doing by complimenting people that are doing a good enough job.
I guess I'm trying to. There's a line of demarcation between, and I'm trying to think of a appropriate example in the here and now. But saying somebody good job, even though they really haven't done anything, just to get them motivated, and actually complimenting somebody on doing a good job.
Yeah, I think that the point that you're wanting to make there is that sometimes it can come across as being insincere.
Yeah.
You're just
Then
saying
we're not really arguing different
Yeah.
points. I misunderstood what you were saying. Like, what I thought you were saying was, even when you did a good job, you shouldn't be telling people you did a good job.
No,
Like the movie fucking Whiplash, where he does a really good job and the fucking mentor is always telling him how big of a pile of garbage he
but
is.
the guy actually does a good job, and no words are need spoken. At the end, they make eye contact, and there is
Fair.
understanding.
But his mentorship program is the expectation of 100% perfection, which is out of the realm of human capacity. He's doing that like practicing with a donut, which for baseball, you put this heavy weight on a bat, so you swing it. So when you take that off, it's lighter. That's what he's doing, is he's trying to build up the dude's tolerance so that although he's never fucking satisfied, he's never happy with what he does, he's still creating an excellent product.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, there is the one that's ringing out true to me in my head right now is the show Scrubs, which I don't think you ever watched.
I saw reruns on Comedy Central, but never actually paid attention.
So the main Zach Braff plays a doctor. His boss is kind of like a Whiplash-ish. He's fucking terrible to him. But every once in a while, when he fucking needs it, the leadership figures it. He figures out in his leadership.
Is it the
and
guy from
gives him.
Platoon?
It's John C. McKinley. So he's
Curly-
from Office Space.
Curly hair, yeah.
He's one of the Bobs.
He's from Platoon.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob. And he's the fucking, we're forgetting his best role as the FBI director in Point Break, where he goes young, dumb, and full of cum. Fucking great.
I don't recall, but yes.
He is the boss at the FBI at Point Break. So anyway, John C. McKinley is the doctor. He's terrible to him. He's abusive. But every once in a while, when he needs it, he goes, "You're doing a good job. Like, keep your fucking head straight." And then it's back to making fun of him, making him do useless shit so he learns lessons. Like, I think it can be a great mentorship style, but you have to play it to your audience. You can't just be a fucking terrible asshole all the time. You have to when good work is done, you have to acknowledge it, or somebody will just give up. And nobody's strong enough to keep going through that bullshit. Save psychopaths, I guess. But like, you have to understand where you're at. You have to feel a sense of accomplishment, or you'll just give up.
I guess what I've been rattling around lately is the quote in my head is, you shouldn't thank somebody for something that should already be done. And there's a lot of thanks going on for shit that should just be baseline human.
That's fair.
And a lot of people use that and say, like, "Good job, buddy." And
that's
it's
fair.
a big fucking pile
That's
of
why
shit.
I said I think I was misunderstanding you at the beginning. I think we're kind of arguing the same point to varying degrees.
But good job, buddy. That sounds like very demeaning, right? But in your world, for example, Trevor, a lot of people say, "We love coming to Atomic."
Yeah.
That is good job, buddy.
Yeah.
To somebody
Well,
who's
it's not
a
good
worker.
job, buddy.
No.
It's
To a worker bee,
yeah.
right? So to you, who's a business owner, you want something that says, "I love coming to Atomic. That place has an amazing experience." That is equivalent to, at another level, good job, buddy.
Right.
I disagree with that too. I think somebody says, "I love coming to Atomic" when they bump into you at a Publix because they think you're cool, they like what you're doing here, and they have nothing else to connect to you with.
Sure.
So they tell you a truthful statement. That's not to me, that's not you're doing a good, that's not you, Trevor, doing a mediocre job. You don't have if you had a mediocre barbershop and people were like, "Dude, I love what you're doing at Supercuts." Like, if you were a franchisee of Supercuts and they were like, "I love your Supercuts, man." That's a good job, buddy. They're acknowledging something that they think is great. That's clearly part of your personality.
Yeah.
To me, that's I don't think that's a good job, buddy. I think that's them trying to.
No, I'm not saying it's a good job, buddy. I'm saying at the level, because if they said it to the person that's kind of cleaning Atomic, if you had the person cleaning, that is irrelevant for them to say, "I love the experience at Atomic." What that person needs, that's a cleaner, is, "Well done. You're doing a great job."
On the downward slope of that, I'm toying with another concept, and I heard a guy say it somewhat recently. I complimented him on his family, which this guy has a pretty amazing family. Free thinkers. He has a couple young boys. One is finishing high school. One's in college. They're a unit, and he's done some very nice things for me. We've written each other thank you notes. It's a nice relationship, and I complimented him on his family. I said, "Hey man, you have a great family," and he goes, "I know." I want to say "I know" more often. instead of somebody complimenting me, but not sounding like a total fucking douchebag.
I think the way you say it though is a big deal. Like, I think if somebody's like, "Dude," to me, if they go, "You have a great trivia show," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I know." The way you say it can be other than, "Yeah, of course I do. Give me a break." Like, you could, be somewhere in between.
It's a fine line to walk.
I agree.
But
And
I think
still never do it, even though I know my trivia.
Instead of just saying thanks, I hope to find my own twist on a way to say "I know" confidently without being douchey.
Yeah, can I just say that because I think we need to go into nuggets, but
Oh, shit.
I can say that it's not in Trevor's personality set to compliment anyone on anything. If you want to develop an alter ego, to say, "Where's the part of me that's weakest that I need to develop?"
It's complimenting people?
I'd say it's that. And it's not in you.
It'll
you
never
don't look for it.
happen.
I know. So you don't look for it for
I
yourself.
know.
Yeah. And I don't think you actually care, because you feel that if you're good at it, you'll know about it. You should crack on and be the best you can.
No, here's actually what's behind it for me is you can always do better.
Yeah.
Even if you've achieved this level, every day's a Monday. Wake the fuck up tomorrow and make it even better tomorrow.
Yeah, but remember that what we're talking about in a way is motivation. Some people need the motivation. Yours is all waking up at 3 a.m. You do it yourself.
Well, yeah.
Others need, a community around them.
I guess where I'm going with the whole idea is I want to surround myself with people, or I want to find the people that don't need the pat on the back. You did a good job. And I believe even if it's a more select crowd, I'd rather at least identifying my alter ego and moving forward. I want to be around people that don't need the coddling.
Yeah, but you'll always find yourself needing the assistance of people who are not, on that next stoic level that you're looking for.
I do have a follow-up from...
Follow-up nugget, a re-nugget.
Well, it's a follow-up concept, and then I'll be done with my portion of nuggets.
Are we not going to frying pans, though?
It is a successful resolution to
Stainless
PR
steel.
having issues with somebody in the sauna having their speakerphone on their
Oh
cell phone.
my goodness!
Ooh.
Yeah,
I figured out
that's
a
good one.
solution to
Dude,
this. And
I want to hear it because that
and-
is
Oh my
despicable
goodness.
and
behavior.
applied, and it worked. It was fucking great. There's this interesting feller that comes into the gym completely oblivious to his footprint on community in multiple aspects, one of them being cell phone, speakerphone.
Ugh.
And I've thought, methodically picked this apart and thought, I could go, like, I go through my normal process, which automatically is shame and being like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Turn that fucking shit down, which you're not going to get a good
Ever.
response from it, but it's fun. It's cathartic for me to run through the different possibilities. I finally one day I was forced to be on a treadmill right next to his. He had his speakerphone on. I had my noise canceling earbuds in and could still hear whatever the fuck he was listening to on his phone. Got steamed. Thought about punching him. Thought about grabbing his phone and throwing it on the ground. And then I was like, all right, I think in this scenario he isn't very intelligent. And so I lowered myself to his level. I took my earbuds out, queued up some of the most gnarly, fast-paced psychedelic rock music, and turned my phone on speaker and turned it all the way up. And within 3 seconds, his phone was off.
I love that solution.
So
You
good.
think I should do that the next time I get in the sauna?
Yeah, take your phone in, turn your volume all the way. But after it was done,
Do something like play fucking ASMR pornography or something.
after it was done, I went through, what do you call it, like integration.
Did you guys even kind of make eye contact
No.
at that point? Nothing.
I put my phone right in the cup holder as close to his treadmill as possible and cranked the volume on my psychedelic rock.
It's not called a cup holder. It's called a Pringle chip holder.
Oh.
Jesus.
So after it was done, I broke it down and I'm like, man, that was kind of childish of me, like to mimic what he was doing. But I really, after,
Did you when you say that
defragging
he
the whole-
stopped? Though, tell me.
defragging the whole deal, I feel that I to communicate what I wanted, it was not going to be vocally. It was going to be by showing him a taste of his own
Did he
medicine.
stop? Or just tell me the end. The end. Did he leave?
He
Or did
turned
he
his
turn it
deal.
down?
He turned his phone off or paused the deal. No more volume.
So he continued on
and
the
then
treadmill.
maybe treadmilled for like, I don't know,
A few minutes.
another 1 or 2 minutes and then walked off.
Okay. So you think that was the solution, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
So can I reserve my comment and I will do it?
Yes, let
and
us
I will
know.
let you guys know
Yeah.
what I think.
You're going to have the added kink that you guys are naked when you do it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what happens.
Well, I'm not naked in the
Steam room?
in the sauna. No,
Sauna, no.
No.
Steam room, I think you just go in a towel, don't you?
Yeah, well, no, I actually have my gym shorts on, and no, I'm not naked. But anyways, I will still Still do it.
Yeah, give it a try. Let us know
I'll
how
give
it
it a
works.
try. I like that nugget. Thank you for that one.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I got a couple.
Yeah, go for it.
So I had the opportunity to. I'll do my not so awesome one first. I only say it's not so awesome because another experience with fucking stupid kids. But so I went to Pizza Bruno Curry Ford.
The best pizza Bruno.
The best Pizza Bruno, and the food was excellent, service was excellent. I walked in, it was freezing cold in there. They had excellent fucking music on.
So freezing cold for Nick is very good.
Is very good.
Yeah.
Yes. Like probably it was in the low 60s inside Pizza Bruno. I was like, this is fucking fantastic. So sit at the bar. It's quiet. There's great music. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
What kind of music?
So I could tell you the goddamn songs. It was Black Keys, followed by Talking Heads, followed by Cake. It was like a Nick fucking mix. Cage the Elephant. I was like sitting there just like, this is fucking rad. So, but then of course, a family of 6 walk in with their screaming children and fucking ruin the whole goddamn thing. And Linda's like, we are at a pizza place, Nick, at lunch on a weekend. There's going to be probably kids here. I was like, yeah, I understand. And this is not a first class.
There should
airplane.
be pizza places that are for adults only, though.
I agree. But this is not one of them. They're not holding themselves out to be for adults. I'm not holding it against them. I'm just saying how much it sucks that people feel they're so fucking entitled to take their brat kids out and just let them act like fucking maniacs. And anyway, that's the bad one, except that the Pizza Bruno experience itself, the food, fucking excellent.
Did you get the garlic nuts?
Huh?
Garlic nuts wings? Did you get any of those?
What'd you order?
We did garlic knots, of course. We did I do tight socks pizza, which is pepperoni and like a swirl of, they call Caesar sauce, but it's like basically Caesar dressing with red sauce and basil, and then I add meatball to it. Fucking phenomenal.
That sounds pretty awful.
It's fucking delicious, I assure you. So, and then I had an IBC root beer. Dude, it's so fucking good. IBC bottled root beer.
I was a mug fan myself.
It was so fucking good.
How was the service? Because sometimes it can be very spotty.
I mean, there wasn't. It was just us, one other adult couple, and then the screaming kids. So we got pretty good service. Linda had a couple of alcohol drinks. I had the IBC root beer, and it was fucking rad, man. That place, thumbs up. Then I think it's the first time we've talked about it. Maybe we have talked about it before, but Redlight Redlight.
Yeah.
So, I don't drink beer very often. I drink either seltzer or liquor. Linda's kind of the same. And one of my trivia teams is getting married in October, and I'm officiating their wedding. So we had to have a meeting to talk about, like, what the fuck I'm going to talk about. So we went to Redlight at their recommendation. And I was like, all right, well, when in Rome, So I had them tell me kind of what's going on. Linda and I both had different beers. Delicious. Fucking delicious. Now, I can't sit there and drink. Like, I could sit there and drink a bunch of liquor drinks because it doesn't fill me up. But the beer was quite filling, but it was delicious. But that's not even the best part of this fucking place. Have you guys eaten there?
No.
Yes.
So,
fucking amazing.
Dude, what the fuck? It's a beer brewery place, and they hired this chef, Chef Jess. She came out and bullshitted with us. Fucking, the food was out of this world. Like nobody's ever talked about this. This is not like a fucking Michelin place. This is not on people's lists. I'm not talking about bar fare. This place is fucking legit. We had these hush puppies that were like jalapeno hush puppies. I think they're the best hush puppies I've ever fucking had in my life. She makes a sauce that's like a weird chipotle tartar on the side. Amazing. We had the banger and mash, which is really more like home fries with sausage. The sausage was like, I'll tell you, Hollerback level. Like in Florida, the only place you can get sausage as good as the one I had is at fucking Hollerback in Sanford. Really, it's more along the lines of
German sausage.
Yes, it's more along the lines of what I have in fucking Chicago at like Publican, where I'm eating. I'm like, God damn! They bring out the Schnitzel. They're insane. I don't know what to tell everybody, but they have a very eclectic beer.
Well pronounced there
choice.
with the Schnitzel.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you.
Well done.
They have a very eclectic beer selection there. They have events that take place all the time. Their chef knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. I highly recommend if you're chilling. It's not super packed. There were kids there at the beginning, which is fucking weird to me, that they had the doors open in the back, so it was a little warm. But then when the kids got out of there, it got much nicer. Fantastic.
I'll
Fucking
go there
thumbs
just for the sausage because I love good sausage.
They always have Oktoberfest every year, so I've eaten there they do an outdoor tent, and they do like an Oktoberfest where they have, a polka band, and they do all this cool shit, and I've eaten there, and it was good. This shit I had on Friday, my expectations were low. Like, I was like, we're at a fucking beer bar here, and the food came out just fucking great, man. I don't know what to say. Like, reasonably priced. I mean, have you been?
I have, but just be mindful that the hours are very weird.
Agreed.
too.
They do. It's like they do like Stasio's, which Stasio's I love, but Stasio's is like we're open for 45 minutes on Thursday, and we're open for an hour and 20 minutes on Wednesday.
They close at 9 on weekends,
yeah,
something
it's
like
so
that.
fucking
like
dumb. It's impossible
weird.
to ever eat
But
there.
their food is amazing.
But I really enjoyed it. Like, if you ever have the opportunity, you're thinking like, wow, it's happy hour, and I want to get some good food and a glass of good, not Bud Light, like a fucking beer.
They had when I was hanging out over that way, they had a really, really good Grolsch. And I'm pretty sure it was house.
I love a good Grolsch. I wish I would've tried that.
It was light and crispy, and it's a pretty damn good beer.
Yeah, I tell everybody, like, I find that to be part of our purpose here is to tell people about cool shit like that. That place is underrated when it comes to food. Like, it fucking hit all the notes, man. The only other ones I got, Superica. I love the fucking management. I love the food. It's still falling. It's falling off more. Like, they got to do something, man. It's not what it used to be. It just isn't.
That's a pity.
I know.
They started off on a high.
They were so fucking good when it started, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Just still good, still great.
Is that your take on Superica as well?
I haven't been in a while. I think last time I was there was with Trevor and Amanda, which was like last year. I haven't been back.
Well,
So-
we went there.
To the best of my recollection, yes.
That may have been the time the other alter ego was in place. The second one. So I've got 3 of them. So during the week, last week, I've never been to Mint Indian restaurant.
Never?
Never. I've never been.
Really?
Pretty damn good.
So, typically Indian food I eat at home, right? My wife does a great job. So I had a meeting and there were 8 of us, and we came to my meeting room, and it was a bit tight in the meeting room. I thought, it was over lunch. I said, let's go to lunch. And I was thinking, this is going to be challenging because, if you're trying to have a meeting during the week and over lunch, you need to be in a quiet kind of spot.
Yeah.
So I just walked down Hannibal Square down to Mint Restaurant. It's an ideal venue. If you're looking for a meeting venue that's relatively quiet.
Were you upstairs?
We went upstairs. Yeah. It was perfect. I had a chicken biryani. For Nick, it is a chicken and rice dish.
Yeah.
I know you like Indian, so I know you exact. I know you.
I
know
fucking love. I love Mint.
Yeah.
I've eaten there several times. I
So-
think it's excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I must say I was very impressed. It's also very well priced. The service, they're very attentive, and everyone at the table had different things. I can't tell you what they had because we were kind of trying to run a meeting, but I enjoyed my chicken biryani to the point that I went home and I said to my wife, "Look, anytime you don't feel like cooking, you know what? I can get some Indian at Mint." So
I think it's interesting, their pricing. Noticeably for me, their lunch is insanely priced.
yeah,
Dinner, they like
The
all
jacket.
the same stuff, and it gets jacked like 3 times as much. And I don't understand.
Because they're a Hannibal Square dinner place, and they can charge that shit.
Well,
People go.
is it because they want people? Are they trying to get people in there for lunch so they lower the prices, or?
I think it's probably algorithmic.
yeah, it's supply and demand. I think.
Yeah.
I
it
think
is.
what they do is they make the shit in a huge tub.
Yeah.
They can fucking do lunch and dinner. And they want people in there for lunch, which is tougher to get in. And dinner is Hannibal Square dinner, which comes with a fucking surcharge because this is a beautiful place
busy.
to have dinner.
Yeah.
Well, I think their lunch prices are insanely
good.
low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that, just in terms of, if you're looking for a place to have a lunch meeting
Mm-hmm.
and something that's not going to be very noisy and, no kids for Nick, then Mint is a good spot.
Do you have good? They have good samosas there.
Yeah. They have veggie and lamb, and
chicken.
veggie usually comes with like the automatic side for lunch, but and you can't really upgrade. I always order the lamb in addition because
You've never told me you've been there.
the lamb is great. Amanda and I would do it weekly for
Linda,
a while.
Linda loves Indian. It's tough to find any good Indian around. We've done it many, many times. We like to dinner, like when the weather, as it's changing right now, it's great to sit there because there's only 2 or 3 tables, so it's going to be relatively quiet.
Yeah.
It's a great spot, delicious food. I mean, can't
lot
go
of-
wrong, man.
A lot of white people don't take their white kids to get Indian food.
I know. Well, yeah, I mean, usually here on Hannibal, you're okay. Like at any of the places, Pepe's, PAT, and then like there just aren't very many kids here, which is great.
Yeah.
So, well, we got shit coming up. So by the time this airs, we got. I know. I don't. Did you say you don't want to talk about it anymore? Or
What?
The hop.
Yeah, let's go. I'm excited about the hop because now it is actually a hop again with another place open
Chop
at the
House,
end of the
baby.
road.
We are excited about this one because we're gonna end at the Chop House. I've heard they have Jägermeister. Come out, everybody. Let's fucking rage.
We've told
I'm
them they
excited.
must have Jägermeister, otherwise the Sadul will
fucking
not be
ready
there.
to party, man. So
Hey, I had a bone marrow luge there last Sunday at the Chop
we
House.
saw, man.
saw
How
the
was
video.
it?
They didn't kick me out. So, actually, the bone marrow is very good because
So
they
you
serve
mean
it
by
with the
luge,
bones.
you ate it and then you poured
Yeah.
liquor into it. And took
It had
a
a
shot?
really nice garlic and pepper crust, so you have like the nice
Yum.
crunchy top, and then they serve it with sourdough bread.
Very nice.
Excellent. And then I got 2 shots of bourbon and 1 of Vida Mezcal for a friend of ours.
And the
It was
bourbon,
fucking
what do you
excellent.
think of the bourbon?
I just had
They
the
have good
whatever the
range.
well. I think it was
well.
They
a
still
Old
have
If
their-
you're
Forester.
pouring
They
it
still
down
have
a
a great
marrow
range.
luge,
They do have Blanton's, Eagle Rare,
I heard that.
all the main staples, but their bone marrow was very good. I will be having that very
I saw
often.
that. Yeah.
So that's September 18th is the hop. So mark your calendars for that, 4 o'clock here at the Atomic Barber Company. Make sure everybody's calendars better be fucking marked already for October 25th, which is
Boom.
College Park Jazz Fest. We have 3 tables at Sunoco Stage, paid for, ready to rock and roll. I don't even know who I'm giving the other 2 to. I know
I'll take them.
like yeah, that's what I figured. So, but we will have an established area in the middle in front of Sunoco Stage. So any of our listeners come fucking hang out with us. Check out Trevor's band. He takes the stage hot right at the best possible time for this. It's 8 o'clock, right?
I don't remember. Yeah.
7. Just be there at 7:30, and you'll catch his show no matter what. And because they have the best time frame. So October 25th. I'm personally going to ask everybody to mark your calendars for October 29th, which is a Wednesday. It's going to be a big fucking trivia show. Giving away $200 for costume contest for pre-Halloween. Got my costume fucking ready to go.
As Trevor got
Rad.
his ready to roll.
I mean,
I know. I won it one year, and
Did.
Yeah.
I'm more of the mind of let somebody
You
else
want another winner?
we'll let other people.
let somebody else do it.
So yeah, those are the events I got coming up. I know in November, if you guys want to jump ahead.
Yeah, November 20, we have the Taste of Hannibal Square. That's going to be an amazing 4 p.m. start time to 9 p.m. And we have all the restaurants on the street going to be out serving the signature dishes.
It's like a super hop,
It is a super hot.
like a turbocharged hop.
Yeah.
But 2 more things before I finish my nuggets, though.
Yeah. Oh shit. Go ahead. Sorry, man.
So, one of the things that I do, as you guys know, is I cook dinner on a Friday, right? So we used to go out on a Friday. Yeggs and I used to go out on a Friday. And so COVID, we decided, okay, obviously we had to stay home. And we decided, you know what, it's more fun to cook at home. And I know that Trevor and Amanda are fans of that, but it's more fun to cook at home than to actually go out.
Yeah.
Friday night, we always cook at home now, and it's me cooking, right? And this week I hit it out the park.
Ooh, what'd you
So
make?
I made it's a simple dish, as you know. The simpler the dish, the better it is. So all I made was a pasta dish. I made cherry tomatoes with some onions, some garlic, quite a bit of basil. So the
Fuck
sauce,
is basil?
you would say basil.
I would say basil, or
Yeah.
every person who speaks the English language would say
I would
basil.
say basil. No, I'm just saying.
Basil's
I
the last name of a British fucking super
faulty
spy.
towels. So, anyways, that was my sauce, and let me tell you, it was absolutely fantastic. And then I made the spaghetti al dente. So the thing with al dente, and that really is, if you make great spaghetti or great pasta, the sauce is important, but I think the way you prepare the actual pasta itself makes the dish. So what I do is, typically if the instructions say, put it in the water for 9 minutes, I would put it in for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then I would start tasting it to the point that it's still kind of super al dente, and then I put it all with some of that pasta water into the thing. Let me tell you, this Friday was absolutely outstanding. I really thought I did a great job. But I think the trick was, because I do it with different types of tomato, this week I did it only with cherry tomatoes, and I think that's the way to go. So that was, and then you know that I love charcuterie boards, right?
Everybody knows you love charcuterie
And
boards.
what I haven't done for a long time is go back to the Ravenous Pig.
I haven't been either.
I don't know why I don't go there, because they have an outstanding menu.
Because they're dicks.
Maybe.
They subscribe to the same bullshit that like Prado does, which is they purposefully tell their front house staff to be fucking cocksuckers.
Maybe,
like
but
they think that's part of the fucking experience.
But look at so here's the thing, right? Their menu is outstanding.
I mean, I agree. The food's always been fucking good. I played baseball with Pragasen, the owner. Me and him played Little League together. I've never really talked to him about anything, but I remember him, and he was like a super nice guy. And he got into cooking and shit. His menu's been fantastic since that little tiny place that it was. Remember?
Where Real Fish was?
Yeah, where Real Fish was.
So
is.
Saturday night, I can say, it's an absolute winner. It
What'd
has
you
to
have?
be.
What'd you
so
order other than
I
charcuterie
only
board?
ordered. No, mine was one of the. They have 3 types of charcuterie boards, right? They have the kind of the ladies charcuterie board, and they have the kind
What
of
is what is a ladies charcuterie
I'm just
board?
calling it a ladies. So let me say it's.
So are you using the feminine as
Feminine-
derogatory?
Light bite.
with the steak? With the steak they say
Got
ladies
it.
and
I just want all of our listeners
I'm
to know
just
you're
saying
using
it's-
the feminine as a
you can do
derogatory.
3.
Continue.
You can do three pieces or 5 pieces, or you can do the grande, right? And I did the grande because I'm there for a Saturday night, and I like the stuff with lots of meat and lots of cheese and all sorts of things, and a really good bottle of Cabernet. It would rank as one of my best evenings in a very long time. They know how to do a charcuterie board. I'm not sure, Nick. If you know them, is charcuterie kind of what they do? Is it kind of one of their signature dishes?
I mean,
Or
no,
a
They
steak.
have a meat
Yeah.
ager
that's what it is.
in there.
So they're not
So,
like sitting there like Simply Cheese saying we can create a creative eating experience for
That's
you.
what they do.
They just have their own smoking and tenderizing and brining of meat, which then makes it easy for them to put really good things on a charcuterie board.
Yeah. So
They also use great, really interesting cheeses.
very interesting, and you can choose your cheeses. So you almost are there.
They have like a set where you can pick the
You
different-
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So-
they were sourcing their jelly and stuff like that from a local lady that was a waitress there at some point, which is kind of cool. That's
Yeah.
coming from
100%.
a local deal. I don't know if it
So it's-
still is the case, but
Yeah, well, they had a whole lot of different kind of sauces, but I just like to have cheese and thing. But listen, if I love a charcuterie board, I don't believe that there's another charcuterie board that I've had in our area, Winter Park and surrounding, that would come close.
Wow.
It is outstanding. It's right. I mean, I had it last night. So
God, little do they know, they just got the charcuterie thumbs up from the charcuterie fucking snob of Orlando
I
right
also,
here.
I
Osprey
also
Tavern. You must have the Osprey
Good
Tavern
God.
one.
The what?
Osprey Tavern has
Osprey.
a really good charcuterie
In
board.
Baldwin.
They. Oh, okay.
Have you been?
I don't think.
On
It's same
Baldwin
as
Park?
Sparrow and
Yeah, same owner.
Same owner. And that's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. I've never had their charcuterie, but that ownership group knows what the fuck they're doing. Because the Monroe's okay. Other than the Monroe, it's all home runs from that fucking Reyes, fucking Sparrow, Osprey, like Sato, they are fucking know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
And I like Monroe, but it is out of
It's hit and miss.
It's the stepchild out of those
Yeah.
ones.
Which is a pity because it's a great venue.
Yeah, and I would love a place that has like legit fucking great fried chicken because I'm in the mood sometimes for like a chicken.
You
breast.
know, it's a signature dish of those.
I know,
of
and I've had it there, and it's good.
I've-
It's good.
No,
but
I
it's
don't
not,
think it's
like,
a signature.
Insane.
You pay $25 for 2 pieces of chicken, and it's just average, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's good, but it's not crazy. Well, all right.
Anyways,
Well,
all right,
cool. You
that's
guys
it.
good?
Yeah,
My man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you to the Wizard of Ed and the Intuitive Muse for all your guys' help. Please hit like and subscribe. Leave comments, questions, and requests. Connect with us on social media through adventures throughout the week. T-Bone out.
Oh, see you in the promised land. Woo!